Generator stabilized.
Hey guys, Doxy here, and today I wanted to make a follow-up video, a part 2 if you will. A while back, I reviewed Planetside 2 shortly after launch on the PS4, and I wanted to give you an updated outlook on the game for two reasons. One, the original video mine continues to garner attention weeks after release, and two, I've seen things from a different perspective. Not really, but I have more time with the game, which means things that I like become more profound, while the broken shit is, well, more broken. First and foremost, I wanted to say I had tons of fun with this game right after release, as this game was filling a void for me. I'm a huge FPS fan, and while games like BF4 are fantastic, they've been out for almost a year and a half. Gaming was becoming a bit stagnant. I needed to mix things up a little bit. Then along came Planetside 2. I was excited to see how it would turn out when ported to PS4 after watching numerous other YouTubers' videos on what the FPS MMO would be like. In my other video, I addressed the early on server issues, ungodly horde squad system, and things along those lines. So I won't really be touching any of that. What I will be addressing is things like this. And this. And a little bit of this. Yep, Planet Ghost 2, Polterside 2, Planetside Boo. Oh, that last one was really bad. Career-ruining puns aside, these are game-ruining issues. Now, I wanted to do some decent research on this, but it was damn near impossible. I didn't know whether to trust the 17-year-old high school dropouts on Daybreak's forums or the 23-year-old armchair quarterbacks on Reddit. Both locations were riddled by adjoining posts titled, "Deliciously Good Netcode," and "When Will You Fix the Netcode Lag?" So needless to say, I will not be putting more dirt in the water as these issues are already too muddy. Also in the same category of Google didn't give me an answer on the first page of results is tick rate. Some say it's 30, some say it's 10 from server to client, and 30 from client to server. Does anyone actually know? Does Daybreak know? Does the server know? So what's actually happening here? My theory on what's going on is a mixture of tick rate and ping. Yes, ping. On console, we have no way to see our ping in the server. At least my 20 minutes of going through every menu didn't net me any answers. Now, the reason I bring up ping is we already know Sony's end of PlayStation Network is pretty damn pitiful. Now, with that being said, guess who owns the servers this game's played on? That's right, folks, Sony. Sony Online Entertainment transitioned into Daybreak Games. Different name, same great network. Now, another main topic that I really wanted to research was the weird enemy render times. And I think this is related to tick rate, or lack thereof. As you saw earlier, vehicles and character models will appear out of nowhere, and some will just vanish, like the game saying, "Hey, just kidding." I found this incredibly frustrating. Just as I'd hop in a turret or ADS, a target would, appear or disappear. Was the character model actually there? Is this a tick rate issue? As in, is the server sending inaccurate information to the client and then rectifying it a moment later? Or does the client side just guess where a vehicle or target is and render it first and ask questions later? I don't really know. But not being able to see what our ping is leaves us completely in the dark. For all I know, I could be running a 200 to 300 ping. That combined with what seems like variable tick rate from server to client can make weird things happen. Not things like kill trades and dying around corners though, as that's netcode related and we don't tend to see that. I don't think we have too many netcode issues, so I think the netcode isn't really in that bad of shape. So how do we move forward and make it better? Well, giving players the ability to know what their connection to the server is step number one. And don't do the dumb cell phone signal bars that represents the connection. That confuses people more than actually seeing their ping measured in milliseconds. This will give the players the ability to choose the best server for them, where they'll have the best experience related to latency. Now I know in North America there's only one real server with a high population on it, but we'll still be able to see our ping and kind of correlate those two things together. The tick rate needs an overhaul for sure. Starting with being more public about the current state of the game. I could not find any credible information on what the current tick rate is. Furthermore, I found posts almost 2 years old complaining about the lack of transparency with poor performance. Now, when a game is running smoothly and there's no problems, a lack of transparency is fine as there's no unresolved issues to discuss. When a game is in such a state as this one, transparency garners support. If we see you acknowledge problems and address concerns the community has, you're more likely to keep people playing this game. Another thing that bothered me, and something I haven't noticed till capturing footage for this video, is how hard this game runs the PS4. I literally thought my PlayStation was gearing up for takeoff a few times. I've never noticed this before, as I usually wear a big over-ear headset and have the game audio piped in as well, But seriously though, no other game I play has the fans breaking the speed of sound to keep the system cool. Is the GPU under that much load, or is the GPU being taxed by a poorly optimized environment? I'm leaning towards the latter, as again, no other game I play has my PlayStation doing a pre-flight checklist. So what should you do as a consumer? Well, vote with your wallet. If you enjoy the game but think it needs some work, or would enjoy the game if it was a solid offering, then do not purchase in-game content or subscriptions to let the company know you're not paying for a broken title. Either two things will happen if people aren't purchasing these items. One, the game will turn into a ghost town as the devs abandon it, or two, they actually listen to the player base and fix these issues plaguing the game that has such massive potential. But speaking of subscriptions, $120 for a 1-year subscription? You gotta be out of your goddamn mind. Take Battlefield 4 for example. The game when launch cost $60 and Premium, which is basically a season pass, costs $50. That's $110 for a game I own. Not to mention I get all of the DLC weapons, maps, and Premium perks like battle packs and the awesome Phantom program that was hidden within every map pack. And guess what? When the year's up, I get to keep all of those things. I don't even have to pay more money if I want to use those things for another year. I find the lack of value in their subscriptions to be downright criminal. It's almost like they knew not many people were going to pay for an increase in XP and a bunch of in-game currency, so they raped the wallets of those who did. My 2 cents on the subscription issue is that the money you'd spend on this game is much better off being donated to a YouTuber or streamer like myself. And no, that's not me asking for money. If you donated that money to a content creator, you at least know the YouTuber or Twitch streamer is going to use it to create better content for you to watch. This game has been out on PC since November 2012, and we still have the same issues. Yes, it's made baby steps in the right directions, but I don't foresee them making leaps and bounds. Sorry to rant there, but the lack of transparency and the player base raising the same concerns for over 2 years have me wondering what's going on, or where we'll see the gaming industry in 5 years. Hopefully Fallout 4 will restore my faith in humanity. If you guys enjoyed the video, there's plenty more content on my channel. I hope to be a bit more regular with my videos in the future, and if there's anything you'd like to see me touch on, or if I missed something, feel free to let me know in the comments. Take care, guys.